Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 90. My name is Jason Erpeling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is October 26, 2022. Hopefully your Halloween costumes are ready. Your 11-month window is going to be September 26th, and your 7-month window is going to be May 26th.
Your kids going trick-or-treating?
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm cutting you off in the middle of this. Like, do you have any plans? Like, you kids going out? Or?
Yeah, they'll be trick-or-treating, or they'll be at a friend's house, like, who has a Halloween party.
Oh, nice.
And what about you?
My one son, we're driving him to his friend's house. I guess they're going, a couple of his friends are going trick-or-treating in that kid's neighborhood. And my youngest says he just wants my wife to take him trick-or-treating. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if a friend's going to join him, but he wants to stay local and just wants my wife to go with him. And I guess I'm on candy duty.
Oh, nice.
In the past, a couple times, I used to have like neighbors or friends just like sit in the driveway and we'd hang out and make some appetizers, just hang out and have a beer or something, like responsibly, of course, and just wait for trick-or-treaters to come. But my neighborhood doesn't get a ton of trick-or-treaters for some reason. I think that there's like bigger houses that always do like stuff in the neighborhood, so the kids gravitate towards that area.
Oh, wow.
And we're kind of like in the corner of the house, in the neighborhood, so I think we just don't get as many as a lot of other blocks do.
There's a scouting report in the area on where to go trick-or-treating.
I know. By Bay Lake Elementary, across from Bay Lake Elementary, there's a couple houses that used to always do stuff, and sometimes there would literally be like 200 kids within like a 3-house radius, and they play music. I remember that they had like an upstairs balcony, like people would go up there and they were throwing candy off the balcony down below to the kids. I mean, like, it's like crazy.
Whoa.
Not near here though. Sometimes we might only get like 20 trick-or-treaters or something. Not a lot, maybe 30.
We get a decent amount, but so anyway, we're going to start on the
Sorry, I cut you off.
No.
I got excited when you mentioned Halloween.
I wasn't sure if I should, but we're going to start on the buy and sell DVC side of things. And really, let's say you just press play on this episode and you've just discovered us for the first time. You've just discovered Disney Vacation Club for the first time.
And they're still watching it, considering we just did that whole little Halloween diatribe. This is the first time.
That brings them in. That brings them in. They're in for good now.
They're locked in after that.
I would say, I wrote on here 30-day rule. Really, when you first get exposed to Disney Vacation Club, in my opinion, and again, of course, it depends on how fast you absorb in the information, how much free time you have to look at the information, but I would wait 30 days from the first day that you discover Disney Vacation Club until you purchase Disney Vacation Club.
At least, I think.
At least.
There's so much to absorb and learn, and there's rules. Like there's a lot. It's not. I want to cut you off while you're going on, but it's nothing. I think you'd want to just. It's expensive. It lasts many years, and there's a lot to learn. And the more you learn, the more you'll realize that resale's probably going to be the way you want to go. And dealing with somebody like Jason who knows this stuff really, really helps you. I'm sorry to go on, do your thing.
Well, I mean,
I agree. I waited. It was like a year or more because I waited till I was financially ready to purchase it, and I just kept learning. And there's so much stuff, and you want to be in the know. This isn't just a quick purchase. You just want to like I see that I've got to have it. Take your time.
Yeah, I mean, and really there's no. I mean, you can't just you wake up, you discover DVC, and then there's no someone says, well, can you just give me the secret of it? There's no secret. There's no shortcut to the information because every person uses the membership differently. So the way that one membership works for one family works best for that family, but it's going to be completely different for the other family. So and I started working at Disney Vacation Club, so I was getting information for 2 to 3 weeks, 8 hours a day, getting the information, and then working for DVC. So there's just there's a lot of information that you have to absorb. I'm just trying to check here some of my notes. So I did mention on here, like, that's where you may want to join the Facebook group.
Yes.
And then you can, again, you want to start out just, building blocks up to get the information. You want to know that there's multiple resorts that you can choose to own. There's multiple, you can choose to own 25 points, 1,000 points. There's use years. But you want to make sure that if it's just you or you and your family, you want to make sure you're on the same page. Well, what do you think we can do with this membership? Well, let's say we go to check in next April 10th and check out next April 15th. We want to stay in a 2-bedroom at Copper Creek. How many points is that? Oh, that's going to be this amount of points. We need to, you want to make sure you know what you're doing before you get into it. And so
that's where the point calculator on both pages is fantastic, because you put in any set dates and they'll tell you exactly how many points you needed at every single resort in every size room. So if you're thinking of purchasing, a contract, go to the buy and sell page, pull up that point calculator, and again, play around with some stuff that'll help you get accustomed to what you think your family needs.
And then, like I was going to mention on the Facebook page, so let's say you gather the information. I mean, you may join the Facebook page, and again, it's it's like close to 20,000 members on there, and you might post something like this, like, we are a family of 4, vacation normally in March. We want to stay in a studio on the monorail for 5 to 7 nights. What would you recommend for us? Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get one solid answer that's going to, answer all your questions, but you're going to get a lot of helpful information from other members that are possibly similar to you and how you vacation, and they're going to share their experience, and then you can absorb that. Yes. Because, like Disney Vacation Club itself, if you get exposed to it on Disney property and you go there, they're trying to give you all the information in, say, an hour or an hour and a half, 2 hours. And, you want to just start checking boxes off so you understand, Disney Vacation Club and make the right decision that's best for you. So, I declare it a 30-day rule. The first day you get exposed, which is maybe today, you don't want to purchase anything for 30 days. Yeah. That way you know what's going on. You're going to hopefully, purchase what's going to work for you. It's going to work well for you, and you're going to use it for, many years to come after that. And
I have to say, I'll jump in because you made the point to mention that even like an hour DVC tour type thing. I say this in the nicest way, but understand that the DVC guides have a 1-hour tour to close you. They're not going to tell you, no, that's not what you want. Oh, you're better off at a different resort. Oh, with your family growing, you don't want to stay at this resort because they only have studios and they don't have a 1-bedroom. They're there to make money. So, they've got an hour to show you all the great stuff and then get you to sign the paper, where you want to take your time. You want to go to the group and ask what works for me, because again, the DVC guide will tell you whatever resort they're selling, that's what's going to work for you. Whereas resale, you can pick anything you want. There's no rush. Again, as I've said previously, if the most informed customer is our best customer. The ones who understand the most are going to be the most appreciative of how DVC resale works.
And I mean, again, and the DVC guides are great because they provide, endless information to the people that are in front of them. And it helps because, again, those people, some of them choose to buy direct from Disney, some of them choose to buy resale. But that is one of the major differences. Like when you work with us on the resale, we work as a transaction broker. We're trying to get seller and buyer together. When you're working with the sales guide, they're an agent for the developer. They're not a transaction broker. So yes, their goal is to get the points sold that need to get sold by the developer. So yes, that's a good point that Scott made there.
Every now and then I get one.
And now we're going to move on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm going to eat you. Get in my belly.
So this is where I excel. So Jason gets you all the information, the transaction broker, he's using a lot of big words, he's getting you all the information, and now I'm here to sit there and go, this is where the chubby people want to go, because this is where the good food is. Now, right now, we are at Wind and Wave Market at Disney's Vero Beach, and to be honest with you, it's been a couple months since I've been there. I've got a bunch of food that we've eaten from California and Vero and from all over the place that I have to pepper in here. I want to touch on this specific blackberry muffin at Vero Beach. It's priced really, really reasonably well at $3.79. I feel that if this muffin was on Walt Disney World property, at the parks, this is at least $5.79. It's a big muffin, it's nice and sweet, has a blackberry drizzle on top that has a little sourness to it. This was absolutely fantastic. I give this an 8.5. We've had the muffins at Vero Beach several times in the past. Always big, solid muffins, good price. This has been my favorite so far. Again, this is the blackberry muffin. Really, really good. If you're in the Vero Beach area, I highly suggest you check it out. And this is at the Wind Wave Market. This is the little market, not the restaurant. This is the little to-go place. That's always a lot of fun too. What's great is when you go to Vero Beach, the same people are working there all the time. So every year I go back and I see the same ladies working, and I go to the gift shop and I see the same lady. One lady mentioned to me she's been there for like 15 or 20 years this past time. Like they live locally and this is where they work. And every time when you go back, they're happy to see you. They're absolutely some of the best cast members, and they're, it's wonderful. It's like seeing family almost, you go back and you smile, and they may not remember you, and they might not remember me, but I'm going, I know you. I've seen you every year for the past 5 years. They're always pleasant, and it's like a little reunion every time I go back to Vero Beach.
I was going to mention, did you see the picture of the of Vero Beach after the hurricane? When it was
I did. When we were there in August, there was a drop off. What they have is they had like a little like shelf set up where there is a big drop off, and there is a pathway that goes through it, leading you down to the water. But this is much bigger. It's like a 10-foot drop or something like that. I think when I was there, it was probably maybe a 5-foot drop. So it was still a big drop, but there was definitely a lot more erosion after this hurricane at Vero Beach.
So, and now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
So last week, I teased a little bit about Boulder Ridge doing the refurbishments and where the money goes, and that Disney is going to be rolling out something brand new. I've seen this online recently. I have not seen it get a lot of headway, but Disney is going to be releasing something called Hey Disney, which is a digital voice assistant that's going to be working like the Amazon Alexa. It's supposed to making resort stays more convenient, bring Disney characters and stories to life. Just it's going to be optional. It's also going to be complimentary in the room. It's going to be like having an Alexa where you could say, "Hey Disney," and you'll be able to ask it, "When is the next bus to Magic Kingdom coming?" And it'll tell you, "What are the park hours at Hollywood Studios?" It's supposed to have 1,000 magical interactions, and it's going to allow you to set up wake-up calls. And maybe I think like Goofy is going to be able to give you a wake-up call. And they're supposed to be bringing some they've created some brand new Disney companion, like Alexa. It's supposed to be the one. They haven't released what it's going to be yet. But essentially, there's going to be one guide, like a genie or something that's like going to be the one who could take you through the steps. And they're going to be the ones that are probably the voice and run everything. But it's going to be a brand new Disney character. Really looking forward to this. It's going to have a lot of cool options. And again, what's also really cool is you'll be able to sit there and say, hey Disney, we need 2 new pillows and a blanket for the room. And it'll be able to contact housekeeping and send the pillows and stuff up to you. So really, really cool enhancement. And again, as I mentioned with the maintenance fees last week, sometimes people wonder where the maintenance fees goes. It goes to keeping the resorts beautiful and paying the cast members and new beds and new technology and stuff like this. So this could be really cool. And again, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. I'm not sure if there's a way to physically turn it off in case you don't want it on at all, but it's supposedly optional. And again, complimentary, no charge to you. Looks like it could be a really cool option. And again, if more stuff gets released, we'll let you know, but should be a lot.
I wonder if the 10-year-olds will be able to figure out how to order room service with that. Or...
That's an interesting point. I don't know.
Come back to the room, you're like, wait, how did you get
this? Hey, Disney,
food
bring
here?
me 10 pizzas. You come back, you're like, are you serious? Oh, I better show my kids this. But yeah, again, cool stuff at Disney's.
That's definitely very cool because, that sounds like, it's just going to add, make the vacation, easier.
And again, truthfully, I'm sure I didn't explain it well because Disney hasn't announced it yet, but they said 1,000 magical interactions. So I'm sure this is going to be able to do so much more than what I just said. I don't know if you'll be able to just say, hey, Disney, what's the wait time at Splash Mountain?
I was just
and
going to say wait time, check the weather.
Weather, wait time. It's supposed to have games and trivia and lots of fun stuff to do. I don't know if they'll be able to read you Disney bedtime books. I know Duffy used to have that bedtime story. It's going to have a lot of really cool stuff on there. Disney hasn't put out too much press on it yet, but should be something really cool coming.
And it's going to be in every room, not just DVC?
It looks like it's going to be rolled out across all the Disney rooms. I think. And truthfully,
I would guess yes.
If they don't, I'm sure the deluxe and DVC rooms will be one of the ones to get them, because when they've got the extra magic hours and stuff, it's the deluxe. It's the ones, the people who are paying more sometimes do get some added benefits. I think it's supposed to be resort-wide, but, if they don't, I have to imagine the DVC and deluxe rooms could be the first to get it, or, yeah. But should be fun. Looking forward to checking those out.
Definitely. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And be sure to come back next week and check us out.
We appreciate you all. Again, if there's ever any questions or anything you want to talk about, please write something in the comment section. We do monitor them, and we reply to every single comment on there, as long as they're not weird. Sometimes people ask for foot pics from Jason. We don't reply to those, but otherwise, we reply to everything. So thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.